Hello there, this is Sharon Weller from Perth, Australia. Welcome to my live broadcast this afternoon. I think we're in for an interesting discussion today. But my topic is we support each other. Now, I had a lovely afternoon actually. I've only just gotten home since attending a meeting 10 o'clock this morning. So half an hour ago, I've only just gotten home after being out all day. But like all new and interesting ventures that one signs up to, when you're discussing your business with somebody else that has no idea, you paint a picture in their mind about your business or the type of business that you are into right now, today. So this morning I went out to meet some people that I've never met, and through them, through these lovely ladies and their husbands, they're all ex-Kiwis. So that was a really lovely bonus. Good afternoon, Te Okatai and Docs Joe Stevens. Welcome to my live broadcast this afternoon. So getting back to where I was, and we sat down and we had a cup of tea and we started talking about where each of us were from back in New Zealand. And all these people that I was introduced to were from Coromandel Way right down to Whakatane Way and further. So in one aspect, one gentleman I met this afternoon was from Tokomaru Bay, just down by Gisborne, I think. I have to have another look. It's been ages since I've looked at the world map. So meeting these lovely people today and learning of their history, as you do when you sit down to a table full of strangers, you become friends and promise you leave that table with a promise that you'll meet them the following Thursday. I actually can see this being a weekly event. They actually meet twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'll make it just Thursdays only. So I had a cup of tea there with them. I had a very, very late lunch. There also, and it was a lovely pumpkin soup, which I shared. So I shared my soup because I got it in a cup, and thank goodness there was an empty cup beside me. So I tipped half to my lovely uncle who had joined us, but like me, we weren't hungry when everybody else ate for lunch. So we shared hot pumpkin soup and half a roll each, which, considering I'm on a diet, that was just perfect. Thank you, Joe. I thought it was between Gisborne and something else. I forgot it was Togo, Tolaga Bay. And I remember Topoya Strings. Now, so we shared experiences. We shared, they told me about the ventures they were in. I told them about BTC markets. I even gave them a card and says on the flip side of the card is the website. So if you want to have a look at what we are about, I said, have a look at the website, But more importantly, go to YouTube, type my name in, and you'll see everything. And then they proceeded to tell me what venture they were in. And we were sharing experiences. There was 3 of us. I mean, there was a big, they started off as a group of 6, 7. No, and then it got to 9. And then it got back down to 6 of us. But out of the 6, 3 of us ladies actually discussed business and what business that we are all in right this minute. Now, all 3 different things, okay? 2 was the house sector, and me was TBC. But just sharing experiences. One thing, one of the ladies was, one lady who actually was on a salary per month. This is in the house sector. Never ever stood in front of a camera. She doesn't do much to her business at all. What her fortunate discovery was, she was in the right place at the right time when the product launched in Australia. Okay? That's perfect if you ever get that opportunity. But for her, it didn't take off until it went to New Zealand. And that's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Kia ora, Sandy. How are you? Thank you for joining me. So this was this lovely lady in the house sector, and she gets a very nice check per month. We have another lady also who's in the house sector, but totally different to the first. Now, I'm not going to name brands as much as I want to, but for privacy purposes that is attached to these 2 ladies, I will just say that one is totally in the house sector, the other one is half and half, TBC in the house sector. And me, I'm totally TBC. But because we all do different, we're all into different ventures, it does not stop us from sharing experiences with each other and looking at it from a business perspective, because believe me, TV is a business. It is TBC is my business. It's your business. It's every member's business, okay? Because we are building this business, our own business for us, not anybody else. I'm not working to build my business for, say, my husband. No, because I have helped him to build his own. Of course, all husband and wives share things, but at the moment it's just not worth sharing. We share knowledge. Now, with these other 2 ladies, we had room there to help each other in little ways. One of the ladies does come in front of the camera, but it's very, very sporadic. Hardly ever. Whereas the house lady, no. And I said, well, I do live broadcasts daily, mainly 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. And I said, I have an audience through my live broadcasts. I said, it's just not in Australia or New Zealand. And I said, but I have friends all over the world. So your live broadcast is your best help to get your message of your business out there. So she was quite she was actually very blown away by this idea, because it was an idea that she would never do. Okay, she's only young, she's in her late 20s, but standing in front of a camera and discussing about her business was not an option. And I said, standing in front of a camera for me is one of the best selling points of getting your knowledge, well, getting my knowledge of TBC out there to people who want to or who are looking for help. Which is, she did not look at it from that angle. And I said, yes, our products sell themselves. But when a new person is starting up and they have questions, the fastest way that they can get help is to go to a place like YouTube and find a good mentor for them and then follow them, because they are going to give instructions on well, I'm going to give instructions on TBC to the very best of my knowledge. It's my way of giving back, is to helping somebody else who needs the help. So I think we were there for about an hour, one whole hour, just discussing ideas, right down to, actually we were showing bank account details, and for the life of me, I was wanting to show them my web wallet, but my app just wouldn't work on my mobile. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Now, so when she asked me questions on, because she was very intrigued, with her, it's all about financially now. And I said, with me, with TBC, I said, I'm not quite worried about today or next week. I said, TBC is like, I know we're not meant to say the word, but investment, it's the only word I can think of. And as soon as I said it like that, she got it straight away. And she said, I need to know more about TBC. And I said, when you're building for your future, look at this. When you're building for your month's day-to-day life, I'll look at yours. And when I was looking at the other business the other ladies got, and I said, well, in a way, our three businesses gel. And then we talked about websites. With the health one, they have their own website. And when you know, when you go into health, you're looking at it's all to do with weight, but they have the full package. TBC, we're in the building stage, and sometimes I actually think the building stage is better than a complete package. Because when you're building, you go through a lot of stages on your own. You have guidelines there for you. But with those guidelines, it's a test. You're testing yourself to see if you're going to apply any of those resources to you building your TBC business. And 9 times out of 10, you do. But we were comparing websites, we were comparing how long the business had, is this a new business? Is this long-standing? How long had she been in her business? Like me, she was very new, and her business was very new in itself. In other words, it was created in 2016 too. So we were swapping information, listening to each other, trying to see, well, how can I utilize that to help me with my business? Taking notes, looking at apps. We all looked at our mobiles. She had her iPad with her, but because I had my app on my mobile, that is usually sufficient. But today, of all days, when I actually wanted to show her what's possible in my web wallet, I wanted her to see that. Now, I'm going to go to my chat room. Has anybody in the chat room ever had a problem with their app? Does anybody have that TBC app on their mobile? Especially they want to use the app when they're out, away from their computer. So it was very interesting. Now, we have promised ourselves that we will get together either once a week or once a fortnight, just to, it's nice to know I have support, even though now I have my support team over the internet, but it's nice to have somebody in the same room with you. We all know that being this business is worldwide and new, but TBC, sometimes you can be very isolated and don't have anybody to physically talk to other than your own immediate family. And sometimes it's usually your husband or your wife. But it's nice to sit down with a group of like-minded women or people and discuss, listening to how they do things in their business, how they apply on a daily basis, what they do with their business, at what stage are they at within their business. We didn't talk too technical like accounts and all that just yet. We didn't need to, because with TBC there is nothing involved. We just have our own bank accounts, which is our web wallets, and that's it. We're still in that building stage. Actually, we are going to be very, very financially fortunate. Thanks, Joe. Okay. Also, I'm going to a Matariki ball here in Perth. Matariki. That's right. My throat is very raspy again. I think it was because I was talking too much today, probably. So, which is very fortunate, which means that I will also be able to meet other Kiwis. Now, I think this ball, because there is a very declining numbers in kaumātuas and koias, they put on this ball to see who is out there, who in Perth is available. And I also learned that there is a Māori Women's League here too. So I was really happy to go. Now, and believe me, when I go into the ball, I definitely will also be networking. So that's the word I was looking for, networking. Exchange of ideas. And it was really, really nice to sit down with this group of ladies, and you know, we're swapping ideas around between the three of us. Now, there was only 3 today, but I can guarantee that group will jump next week. And we were in the food court. There's nothing wrong with this food court. You got the sun all day around. You've got the food court, but the only thing we had, like I had, was pumpkin soup and half a roll and a cup of tea. But there was an area that we sat at where it was quiet enough so we could hear each other talk. We didn't need to talk above each other. And one thing I was glad, that none of us kept looking at our mobiles. It was good just to sit there and have a conversation face to face. It reminded me as if I was back in the boardroom, back at work. But no, it was really, really interesting. So I can see us getting together, you know, quite frequently. And that would be my physical exchange of ideas with a real person. Remember, because most of my team is over the internet. We all live in different countries. They all live in New Zealand, and I live in Perth, Australia. So at times, it can feel like I'm isolated from the team. So to compensate on that, to surround yourself with like-minded people, or reach out for help. In this case, I didn't reach out for help. I knew I was going to meet people today, but I thought it was people that's coming to the ball with us. I had no idea it was like-minded women. So that was very refreshing at the end of it. And there was one more thing. When oh, that's right. I will be helping one of the ladies and jumping on her live broadcast. I used to do it all the time with the team, but they tend to want to do their own broadcast. I actually think it's fun. You know, broadcasters should do this. Open their live broadcast up. And invite people. I know our top 10 do it, but it's all about the business with our top 10. I like having fun when it comes to my live broadcasts, but when it's just me, it's no fun. But when I invite other people, and I'm going to invite, I'm going to invite the team, right, team? I'm going to invite my team onto my live broadcast. It will be soon, but I prefer to get rid of my croaky voice. Or why not have it while I've got my croaky voice so they can do all the talking? But this is what I said to the other ladies. Do live broadcasts of your products, but dress it up, meaning have fun with it. You don't need to have a straight face in front of the camera and not have fun. It's been ages since I had fun on this, and I think it's due. We are due to have a bit of a laugh. And all you do is jump on, say what you think about TBC, and then jump off. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go now because my pork bone man and watercress have arrived. So thank you, Mr. Pork bone man. Now, I just want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you, Sandy Joe. Dee Bishop, wow, thank you for joining me. Chilkatai, nice to see you. Don't forget, we are going to have fun and you will join me on my live broadcast. And I will join you anytime. So I'll see you same time tomorrow. It's Friday tomorrow, thank goodness. Okay, bye.